cold outside, but it's getting hot in here. That's right. It's still winter outside, so it's still a little bit cool out, even for being here in the desert. But we're going to start heating things up right now. As you can see here, there's a trio of hot sauces here, courtesy of my girlfriend Maggie. Shout out to Maggie. Who got these for me for Christmas. And they come from the Crippling hot sauce company out of, I think, like St. Louis, Missouri area. And it's run by a guy named Drew who has cerebral palsy and was told at one point, this is unrealistic business. You can't do this. 2 years later, they've sold over 178,000 bottles of sauce. So he proved them wrong. And with every sale, 5% of it goes towards cerebral palsy research. So not only a lot of sales, a lot of help. This isn't a paid promotion or anything like that. They didn't send these to me. Again, got these from Maggie. But I thought it was cool. I've seen the ads for it. They've got a bit of fun humor to it. And the sauces look good. They sound good. So let's get into them. As always, you know our preferred vehicle here on the show for hot sauces. Exactly. Dinos. And thankfully, still had some in the freezer. So I haven't opened any of these yet. I just took the seals off. So let's start. We'll just go in Ascension to heat. So we'll start with the first one here. This is just for the parking. It's a mild sauce. What do we got going on here? Apple cider vinegar, jalapenos, red bells, honey, sugar. Interesting. So it should be kind of tart, kind of vinegary, maybe a little sweet too, which would be nice. And it says just, it's jalapenos. It's not boasting any superheat yet. Let's give it a whirl. Ooh, it's got a pretty good thickness to it. And I'm going to put this over a napkin. That way we're not dripping the rest of the sauce onto the other dinos. That wouldn't be fair to them. It's definitely very vinegary. You can kind of see it dripping off there. It's got a decent thickness to it though. It's just kind of falling in between the legs of the dinosaur there. But otherwise seems like it wants to stay. There's a little, just a tiny bit of heat right at the back of my throat there. Not a lot, which again, this is the mild, but it's in there. There is a little bit of heat to it. There is a little sensation coming from those jalapenos. It does say it's got honey in it. I'm not getting honey and sugar. I'm not getting a super sweetness to it, but I think what that's doing is sort of tempering some of the vinegar. Since that is the starting ingredient there. All right, I'm going to try to coat this dino just a little more here. Oh, all right, we're going to run that off over the edge. That's all right though. Yeah. It's got a good flavor to it. That jalapeno comes through. It smells more vinegary than it tastes, which is where I think that's I think that's sort of the honey tempering that a little bit. Yeah, that works. For just a little bit of heat, not a lot. For people who don't want something super spicy, when you still want to invite them into your house, I don't know why you would. This would work out okay. So starting out with the mild just for the parking. Is this any good? Yeah, it is. I think this is a good sauce. Again, for people who aren't ready to burn their faces off, that's a good starter. All right. Moving on to the second bottle here, the medium offering. It's limping. This one here, made up of, again, an apple cider vinegar base with jalapenos and serrano in there with honey and sugar and bell pepper. And limes. Does that have a lime in it? Where are we at? No lime in here, but we got two different kinds of peppers in the medium, the limping, as well as, again, that honey and sugar. So I think it's going to, again, help temper some of that vinegar. But hopefully we'll get a little more heat. Again, this is also pretty thick, which is nice. I think also, I don't know if you're supposed to keep these in the fridge yet. It says refrigerate after opening. I definitely think pulling this out of the fridge would be nice because it would be a little bit thicker when it was cold. This is room temp. It's been sitting here for, well, what is it now? About a month? Since Christmas. Ooh, this. This has a tartness to it, but you definitely get that sort of earthy mix of peppers in there. Between the serrano, the jalapeno, I guess even the bell, really. I don't know. It has an earthier smell about it, though. Weirdly, not getting much heat out of this one. Yeah. For being the medium, I'm not getting a lot of spice. That seems strange. Let's sauce up another dino. Try to, getting a lot of coverage on there. I know we're dripping. I'm aware. I want to get a lot in there. Flavor-wise, oh, hang on. Maybe I just had to double up. Almost got like a weird, like, wave of heat that kind of came at me. It's subtle, though it's starting to build up because I piled it on there. But it's in there. Taste-wise, though, I like the taste of this. This has a very, like, peppery, like peppers kind of taste about it, heat aside. And I like that. I like that flavoring there. It feels natural, I guess. Seems the wrong word, but, something like that. It just feels more like you made this. This tastes almost homemade in that respect. Yeah. That heat is in there. I just had to go a little heavier. And then it tried to get me. But isn't any good, the Crippling hot sauce limping the medium heat? Yeah, it is. I think it's got a good flavor. Just be a little heavy-handed with it. Just pour it on. Take that taco, open it up, and just drown it. Do it. Lastly, though, we're going to get into the hot, as it says, the crippling agony. What are we working with in here? We've got the apple cider vinegar base, as we do with these, habanero pepper, salt, carrots, and a couple preservative things in there. So this is the habanero sauce of the bunch. Let me give this a smell real quick out of the bottle before I dump it all over everything. Oh yeah, this smells like your habaneros. It's got that, there's no honey in this though, interesting. Didn't sweeten this one up. I guess sweetness from the carrots. But otherwise, yeah, this smells like habanero sauces I've had before. Bit of vinegar, quite a bit of habanero. It's got carrots to, I don't know, make it healthier for you. Try to get a good, let's paint that dino as we do. I'm waiting for it because I know it's in there. Like with this one, it took 2. Uh-oh. There it is. Whoa. Kind of half went down the wrong pipe. But that's, oh boy. Yeah, that's starting to get in there. That heat's building up. I'm starting to feel pretty sweaty too. Oof. All right, let's try a bit more though. Obviously we're doing 2. So I can get that dino coated. I'd say of the 3, this is the least interesting smell of the 3. I mean, it just smells like habanero pepper sauce, as most do, I guess I would say. But it's not bad. Holy I'm sweaty. The heat. It's a slow burn, but it's a steady burn. It's in there. Whew. Oh man, I don't know if you can see. I feel like I'm dripping. I look like I'm dripping. I feel like I'm dripping. Oh my. Oh dear. Shove hot sauce in my eyeballs at some point, I'm sure. All right, so lastly, from the Crippling hot sauce folk, the Crippling Agony hot sauce, hot. Is this any good? Yeah, it is. I will say, flavor-wise, probably my least favorite of the 3. Heat-wise, oh, it is still boiling away in there. But yeah, just it's good. But I think either one of these, if you want some good flavor to go with, not just your heat, if you're looking to have, something taste good while it's boiling the flesh from the inside out, either one of these would be better. Maybe just, go with the mid one. But yeah, these are good. These are great. Thanks to Maggie, again, for an excellent Christmas gift. She knows what I like. And thanks to all of you out there for taking this spicy ride with me. I'm going to go clean up. And I got a couple extra dinos in here for saucing. But I'm going to see all of you folks here next time.